Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Satish Prabhu, Hare Krishna Sapan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Ambada Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yes, Shankar Prabhu, please start.
Okay.
Everyone, please be on mute and sing Narsingha prayer. Shankar Prabhu sings.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahladanadadayine. Prahladanadadayine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatankalaye. Shilatankalaye. Ito Narsingha Parato Narsingha. Ito Narsingha Parato Narsingha. Yato yato yami tato Narsingha. Yato yato yami tato Narsingha. Bahe Narsingho Hridaye Narsingho. Bahe Narsingho Hridaye Narsingho. Narsinghamadim Saranam Prabhate. Narsinghamadim Saranam Prabhate. Bhavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Singha. Dalita Giranyakashipu Tanubhinga. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Bhavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Singha. Dalita Giranyakashipu Tanubhinga. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Narsingha Dev, Jaya Narsingha Dev, Jaya Narsingha Dev, Jaya Narsingha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय, भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Shankar Prabhu. So, Hare Krishna. So, we are discussing the summary of chapter 3. Actually, yesterday we started and we discussed the first 10 verses. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Super, super. Yeah. Okay, so we are discussing the summary of chapter 3 actually. So here, 10 from text 10 till 12, 13, till here. Okay, what Krishna is explaining is Krishna appointed demigods as in charges of various services. Okay. And then when the living entity pray for those demigods for the necessities of life, okay, the demigods will sanction it. Understand? So that is what, see, in text level, the demigods being pleased by sacrifices will also please you, and thus by the cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. Cooperation between men and demigods. What exactly it means? We must have gratitude towards our demigods and Krishna, because Krishna created the system. And if the living entity pray for a demigod, then the demigods belonging to that particular department, they will sanction us the necessities. So with this balance, with this cooperation, the prosperity will reign for all. Understand? So this is what even mentioned in our Vedas. Okay, in text 11 or 12 also, in charge of various necessities of life, the demigods being satisfied by the performance of yajna will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. Understand? A thief. They have no faith in Krishna. They have no faith in demigods. They have no faith in Vedas. Okay. They enjoy the facilities given by the God, but they have no faith in God. Such people are certainly thief, because they are stealing, isn't it? And yesterday we discussed about that story also. Yeah, 3 thieves story. Understand? So the conclusion is, don't relax at mode of goodness. People who are in mode of goodness, there are thieves who are in mode of goodness also. Understand? So we should be in mode of goodness and transcend to pure mode of goodness. The example given by Prabhupada is, don't relax in the airport, in the lounge. Okay, the lounge may be very luxurious lounge to relax. But we need to board the flight. That is high priority, isn't it? That is the goal, isn't it? So boarding the flight is Suddha Sattva, pure mode of goodness. Staying in lounge is Sattva Guna. Understand? So to get the goal of life, to go back to Godhead, we must transcend to pure mode of goodness. For that, first of all, we should cultivate the culture of mode of goodness. Okay. So now you can ask a question. In ISKCON, actually, we means our acharyas, they don't recommend demigod worship. Okay, don't confuse here. Okay, you can say, Prabhuji, here Krishna himself mentioned, okay, satisfy demigods and he will give you all necessities. Okay, why can't we worship demigods? Okay, there are so many demigods, so many devatas. Okay, 3 crore devatas are there. Okay, so if why we don't prefer demigods? Because as I mentioned, yeah, Krishna appoints these demigods. So our philosophy is, we directly connect to Krishna through Guru. Understand? So when the soul through spiritual master directly connecting to Guru, directly means via spiritual master. Okay. So our mind, body and words, we fully dedicate in the service of Krishna only. We don't need to worship demigods. Understand? Because Krishna appointed demigods. Demigods also the devotees of the Lord. Understand? So when you have a direct access to the Lord or the Prime Minister, when we have the direct access to Prime Minister, we don't need to go to any other minister. Understand? Of course, direct access means, again, remember, through spiritual master. Spiritual master plays major role here. For us, the spiritual master is Srila Prabhupada is our spiritual master. And of course, devotees who take, the Diksha from so-and-so Guru, he is the spiritual master. So spiritual master guides us. Okay. So the spiritual master tells us, you worship Krishna. When we worship Krishna, all demigods will be pleased. Understand? So do not fear for not worshipping demigods. They don't harm you. This is very, very, very important. They are also devotees of Krishna. But in Vedas, Krishna has given every facility. Everyone needs service, isn't it? That's why he has given this service to Krishna, to the demigods. Yeah, we have the beautiful Govardhan Leela. We are going to celebrate in October, Govardhan festival. Okay. Nanda Maharaj wants to do Indra Puja to get rains. Krishna is saying, no, don't do Indra Puja. Nanda Maharaj said, but every year we do Indra Puja. And he will give the rain so that, we'll, get everything, all necessities. Krishna said, no, you worship Govardhan. Govardhan is nothing but Krishna. Krishna convinced Nanda Maharaj to worship Govardhan. And Indra got angry. And we know the story. Krishna crushed the pride of Indra. Okay. So Indra instructed, Lord Varun and, other demigods, and I forgot his name. He, showered very severe rains where all Vrindavan Vasis, they are unable to bear, and Krishna lifted Govardhan and gave them shelter. Okay. So through Govardhan Leela, Krishna is teaching us, I am supreme. Not any other demigod. So don't fear. Particularly people from Indian background, they get scared. Oh my God. If I don't worship Lord Ganesh, what will he say? If I don't worship Lord Shiva, he may get angry. No. They are all very merciful. Devotees, all devatas are very, very merciful. Okay. So the faith, the gratitude is very, very important. And in text 13, Krishna is saying, the devotees of Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Okay. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. That is the reason offering to Krishna is very, very important. Prepare food as per the standards. Offer to Krishna. Then eat. Then it becomes prasada. Otherwise, here it is clearly mentioned, verily eat only sin. Okay. Even though you are a vegetarian, okay, without offering Krishna, we take. It is nothing but killing the plant. Okay. One will incur that sin. So that is the reason offering is very, very important. So prasadam purifies mind, body, and soul. Whereas normal food, it just satisfies the tummy. That is the difference between prasadam and food. Okay. No matter how much taste the food is, it just satisfies the tummy. But if you offer to Krishna, take the remnants of Krishna, it purifies our mind, body, and soul, so that we can be in mode of goodness. Understand? Okay. So that is why prasada offering, is very, very important. And all living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by the performance of yajna, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. Now I think you got the connection. Okay. From where we started discussion, prescribed duties. Here we started discussion, isn't it? So this link, try to understand the link. Before prescribed duty, what Krishna said, okay, cease the action is not possible. One must perform action. When one is forced to perform action, anyway you have to do something, then you do your prescribed duty. Okay. And then this link all came. What is the part of our prescribed duty? Having a gratitude to demigods and Krishna, because they are giving necessities. How do they give? When we do yajna, sacrifice, then they will be pleased and give us the necessities. And when we get those necessities, like grains, for example, we cook, we offer to Krishna, and then we eat. Then it purifies our mind, body, and soul. Understand? So the food grains we get, here Krishna is saying, and food grains are produced from rains. And how do we get rains? Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. Okay. So yajna is born of prescribed duty. So the core point here, the final link is sacrifice, yajna is part of prescribed duty. Prescribed duty has a definition. You cannot do as you like and say, I am doing prescribed duty. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Then you can ask a question, Prabhuji, how is it possible? Are we doing yajna in ISKCON? Or ISKCON devotees are doing yajna regularly? Because Krishna clearly here mentioned sacrifice, yajna. Okay. Yajna is born of prescribed duty. The prescribed duty of the person is yajna. Okay. In olden days, they do 5 sacrifice. We know that one. Okay. Maybe you have seen in movies or you have read in stories. Okay. Or in Puranas, like that. But in Kali Yuga, that type of yajna is not at all possible. The yajna we do is Sankirtan yajna. Kirtan, Sankirtan, chanting the holy names. That is the yajna prescribed in this age of Kali. And what is the beauty of this Sankirtan yajna? Even a 5-year-old small boy or small girl, a baby of 5-year-old can also do Sankirtan yajna. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our devotees, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is nothing but performing yajna. Okay. And it is the part of our prescribed duty. So Krishna will be pleased by this Sankirtana yajna in this age of Kali. Harir Nama eva kevalam kalau nasti anyadhagati. So in this age of Kali, Harir Nama is the only way. There is no other way. Okay. Do not attract to this yajna, 5 sacrifice yajna. Do not attract. Okay. 90-year-old man, he may not sit and perform that 5 sacrifice. 5-year-old child, he may not sit and do that yajna because he is very childish and not allowed even. On top of that, in this age of Kali, we can't get a pure Brahmana. Yeah. Those who are, doing, Purohit, priest for that yajna, he must be very pure. In this age of Kali, we can't get a pure Brahmana. So even though someone performs this 5 sacrifice, actually we don't get any result. Understand? So, but chanting the holy name, okay. So we are the doer. We can do very attentively, nicely. Then Krishna will be pleased. Of course, as part of rituals, sometimes we may need to do, if you like in marriages, like that. Okay, as part of ritual. No, that's fine. But high priority is Sankirtana yajna, chanting the holy name. Okay, that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended. Since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the incarnation of the Lord, who is the Lord Krishna himself, recommended, we have to follow that one. Okay, so that is the one. That is very, very important point. So now I think you understood. Okay, yajna, prescribed duties, yeah, how it is linked to the Arjuna's question. Now Krishna is continuing saying, regulated activities are prescribed in Vedas, and Vedas are directly manifested from Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, the all-pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of service, sacrifice. Okay, so these regulative principles, regulated activities, they are prescribed in our Vedas. Okay, the 4 regulative principles which we follow: no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit relations, no gambling, which we follow. Okay, these are prescribed in Vedas. And Krishna is the origin of Veda, isn't it? That is why in 16, Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice, thus established by the Vedas, certainly lead a life full of sin. Okay, no matter how posh, how luxurious your life is, if one doesn't perform these prescribed duties, okay, he certainly leads a life of full of sin. Living only for the satisfaction of senses, such a person's life is in vain. What is the use? See, materially you may achieve so many things. You may reach the heights of your career. Yeah. But if it satisfies only your senses, I mean your means our senses, what is the use of this life? There is no use, isn't it? Okay. So the life will, we actually are wasting our life. Okay. But if we work for the pleasure of Krishna, then see, always remember, there is a journey after this life. Don't forget. There is a journey after this life. Okay. That journey will be, blissful journey. Yeah. So in 17, but for one who takes the pleasure in the self, whose human life enough self-realization, who is satisfied in self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Of course, what does it mean? Once the soul is self-realized, okay, reached the stage of Suddha Sattva, understand? Then he is fully in the trance of the spiritual consciousness. Like Sukadeva Goswami, Prahalad Maharaj, they are all in that trance. Okay. So that is the reason a self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of prescribed duties. Okay. Don't forget this one. So till 16, Krishna explained the importance of prescribed duties. But 17 and 18, Krishna is quoting a section of people who doesn't need to do prescribed duties. Okay. So again, we need to understand whether we belong to other section or this section. Who are these people in 17 and 18 Krishna is mentioning? Who are these people? Because here Krishna mentioned, for him there is no duty, means there is no need to do any prescribed duty. Or in 18 also Krishna is saying a self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in discharge of his prescribed duties. Okay. Till 16, Krishna explained the importance of prescribed duty. And 17 and 18, Krishna is talking about a section of people who doesn't need to do prescribed duty. Who are they? They are the self-realized souls. They are pure souls. These are the souls who are in the Suddha Sattva mode, pure mode of goodness. they don't need to discharge any prescribed duty because they are already purified. Okay, they are exempted. They are on spiritual platform. Understand? So we cannot question them. Why they are not doing, why they are not doing, why they are not doing, like that. Even we have the example, like, some people question, when exactly Prabhupada is chanting his 16 rounds? When does he get the time? Because he is busy with, tours and, lectures and training and everything. Yeah. Still Prabhupada does, 16, he did 16 round, see, but the point here is, okay, Prabhupada is a self-realized soul. The medicine is required for a patient. For a pure healthy person, there is no need of medicine. Understand? So that is the reason, once the soul enters into the zone of pure mode of goodness, then for him there is no prescribed duty. The only duty is he is fully absorbed in the trance of the Lord. Okay, but we are not in that platform. We are not in that platform. That is the reason for us prescribed duty is very, very important. Okay, so 19 also. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains supreme. So now prescribed duty. Yes, okay, I will do prescribed duty. Okay. Now here Krishna is saying 2 points. One, I will do prescribed duty by expecting something. I will do prescribed duty by not expecting anything, just to please Krishna. That's it. Okay. So the first one is they are expecting some gain. Okay. But the second one, they offer the result to Krishna. We already discussed. If I expect something for myself, I have to own the consequences. I have to bear the consequences. But if I offer it to Krishna, Krishna will take care of us. That is the difference. Understand? The example many times, this example is given. The soldier fights in battle to save the country. As part of that battle, he kills so many people. He it is not a crime, and he will not be punished for that crime. Because why? Because there is an authority. He is working under that authority. Isn't it? The soldier is working under an authority. Same soldier, he came for a holiday to his village. Okay. Someone is doing some wrong thing. If the soldier kills this person, that's a crime. Isn't it? Why? He is not authorized. Understand? So that's why here Krishna is the authority. If we offer the result to Krishna, he will take care of us. The government will take care of soldiers. Even they will get the medals, Paramavir Chakra, so many types of medals. Understand? So that is the difference. That is the difference. That's why when we own it, we act as authority. We have to bear the consequences. But when we work under authority, the authority will take care of us. Understand? So just like an employee and organization. Okay. So the employee works as per the rules and regulations of the organization, employer. Then employer will take care. That's it. Understand? So that is the reason. Therefore, yeah. So without being attached to fruits of activities, you do prescribed duty, but don't attach to the fruits. Don't attach to the result. Okay. Now, see, 17 and 18, Krishna, as I mentioned, one section of people who doesn't need to do prescribed duty because they are already self-realized souls. Yeah, a self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of prescribed duty, nor he has any reason to perform such work, nor he has any need to depend on any other living entity. Understand? Okay, it is there, but still these great self-realized souls also perform prescribed duties so that we will learn from them. You can ask, Prabhuji, why? Again, confusion. There is no confusion. There is no confusion. See, we as a living entity always try to find the loophole. Understand? We always try to escape from whatever we need to do. Okay, I can see, so-and-so is not doing. As I mentioned before, someone questioned during Prabhupada time, when he is chanting 16 rounds, he is asking us to chant 16 rounds, but when Prabhupada is chanting 16 rounds, yeah, he is Jagat Guru, he doesn't need to chant, but still Prabhupada chants minimum 16 rounds. He doesn't need, but why? So that we, by looking at him, follow him. That is the thing. We, by looking at Prabhupada, follow him. Though he is in the pure mode of goodness and he doesn't need to chant, still Prabhupada chants because his mind is always absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. See here, that is the point. His mind is always in the thoughts of Krishna, in pure mode of goodness. But still they follow because by looking at them, we follow. Otherwise, our mind is a very fickle mind. Okay, we will get that tendency of questioning. See, you said so-and-so is a great devotee, but why he is not doing? Why should I do? Okay, for our benefit, they do. That is what Krishna is mentioning in 21. What Krishna is mentioning in 21? Whatever action, 20 and 21. 20 Krishna is saying, kings such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating people in general, you should perform your work. Yeah. For the sake of educating the people in general. Arjuna, if you don't fight as a Kshatriya, you are supposed to fight. If you don't fight in future generations, see, in Dwapara Yuga, Arjuna did not fight. Okay, let me not fight. Okay, people will take it as an example. Okay. So King Janaka is one of the Mahajan. He doesn't need to perform any prescribed duty. He is already self-realized. But still he performed. Why? For the sake of educating people in general. Okay, that is the continuation. 21 is the continuation. Whatever action great man performs, common men follow. That is the reason. Yeah, whatever action great men performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Understand? So if you find some, I'll give you a small example. Now from our temple, few years back, somewhere in 2008, nearly 40 devotees, I think, we went for Vrindavan Yatra to India. Vrindavan, Puri, Mayapur, Barsana Yatra, whole week. So before going to Yatra, we had a session because we are all new. We had a session in one of the devotees' house where they are giving us the instructions, like, they are tuning our mind. So one point they mentioned is, this is not a sightseeing. Okay, you are going to the dham where Krishna born, where Krishna walked, where Krishna played, where Krishna performed his pastimes. Okay, don't think this is a sightseeing. So don't focus on taking pictures, photos. Okay, so just to focus on Krishna, just to focus on the dham. Okay, don't focus on taking pictures, videos like that. We said okay, and we went there. There we have Vishwarup Prabhu, who is very senior devotee, and so many other. They used to give the classes and all. Okay, there I saw some senior devotees. They are taking photos. Then I questioned. I asked Dinamanda Prabhu, Prabhuji, you told us don't take any photos. See, you said he is a very senior devotee. Why he is taking photos? Like that. Okay, so he smiled. And later, of course, see, the devotee is taking photos for some purpose. Maybe, to publish in any ISKCON website, or, it's a service, as part of service. His consciousness is not like us. He takes photo, I take photo. But what is the difference? Okay, my consciousness is different. I feel like it's a sightseeing. Okay, that is my consciousness. But his consciousness is different. Understand? So he takes because of some service. Like this. So the mind always try to pinpoint others, including great souls. Okay. So Krishna knows, and all Krishna's associates, great acharyas, they knew it. Okay. So that's why they don't want to give any, they don't let us to do any excuse. That's why, okay, it's all, let's say Krishna himself has a guru, Sandipani Muni. Okay, Krishna doesn't need any guru. But still Krishna learned from Sandipani Muni. Isn't it? Yeah. So, like this, Krishna himself and all Krishna's close associates, great acharyas, also performed certain duties so that by looking at them, by hearing about them, we also follow. That is what exactly Krishna is saying here. Whatever action a great man performs, common man will follow. That is the reason, all these celebrities, they give these advertisements. Okay. So ads, okay. They promote different products. By looking at them, their fans will buy. Other people will buy. Okay. So that is what here Krishna said. Pure souls, those who are self-realized, they don't need to perform prescribed duties because they are totally on different platform, but still they do. Why? Because to educate us. Okay, for us to learn. Understand? So this is very, very important. By understanding this point, we can avoid committing offense by pinpointing someone. See, he is not doing. Why should I do? No, that's why this is very, very important point. Now 22, Krishna is saying, "O son of Prudha, son of Prudha." Okay, there is no work prescribed for me. See, again, as I mentioned, Krishna doesn't need to do any work. Okay, there is no work prescribed for me within all three planetary systems. Nor am I in want of anything. Nor have I in need to obtain anything, isn't it? Krishna doesn't need anything, Krishna doesn't want anything, and Krishna doesn't need to do any work. And yet, I am engaged in prescribed duties. I already mentioned this point, isn't it? Yeah. You, of course, you can say, what is Prabhuji, what is prescribed duty? Marrying so many girls, is it a prescribed duty? Krishna is saying here, I am engaged in prescribed duty. He married so many people. Yeah. Why should I restrict it only for one? Of course, In olden yugas, kings can marry many kshatriya, they can marry many queens. Okay, so that is the total. But in Kali Yuga, no, everyone is Kalau Sudra Sambhavaha. Everyone is Sudra. Okay, and only one wife. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, immediately people will ask. If we say someone, hey, Krishna is also doing prescribed duty, and he is asking us to do, what is prescribed duty? Stealing the saris of gopis is a prescribed duty? You tell me, I will also do it. Stealing butter is a prescribed duty? And telling lies is a prescribed duty. Krishna says, I don't fight. Then at one point of time in Kurukshetra, okay, he, attempted to fight with Bhishma there, like that. Is it the prescribed duty? People question. People always question. Why? Because they feel very difficult to follow. They feel, it is not difficult, but they feel very difficult to follow. So how can they escape? By counter-attacking. Very natural, even we also. Very natural. It's very natural. Okay. That is the reason. Remember this statement, which is very, very important. Follow the instruction of Krishna and follow the footsteps of Lord Ram. This is very, very important. Follow the instructions of Lord Krishna and follow the footsteps of Lord Ram. Krishna has given instructions in Bhagavad Gita. You follow. Don't follow the footsteps of Krishna. Okay. Follow the instructions of Krishna. Those who question, Krishna married so many girls, why can't I? Then you look into the life of Lord Ram, having only one wife, an ideal king, perfectly following Kshatriya Dharma, Ekapatni Vrata, and following his, Pitruvakya Paripalana. You do that one. Understand? So follow the instructions of Krishna. Don't follow the footsteps of Krishna. And follow the footsteps of Lord Ram. An ideal, husband, like that. This is important. But people do reverse because they feel, it is difficult or they want to take the excuses. So that's why Krishna here said, I am engaged in prescribed duties. Yes, sir. As Lord Ram, Krishna engaged in so many prescribed duties. Even Lord Krishna, he has a mother, he has a brother, father. Yeah, he has a guru. Like that. So, and then if I ever failed to engage in carefully performing prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men would follow my path. That is exactly we discussed, isn't it? In case if I fail to perform my prescribed duty, all men will follow my path. Okay? As a Lord Ram, when he gave a word, okay, so Dasarath told him, you go to forest. If Ram says, no, why should I? No, I don't go. Yeah. Or Surpana came to marry, something like that. Okay, I will marry. Yeah. So then people will follow. Then what happens? Okay. If I did not perform prescribed duties, 24c, if I did not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put in ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. If I don't follow prescribed duty, okay, people will also don't follow. Then what happens? Big chaos in the world. People do as they like. It happened, isn't it? Once upon a time, that is how the Islam evolved. The origin of Islam is the same. Originally, these tribal kings, in after Kurukshetra war, all these tribal kings are the friends of allies of Duryodhana. They fought on behalf of Duryodhana. And after Pandavas won the battle, all these tribal kings, they scattered to different places. But since they follow the irreligion, in due course of time, what happened? A section of people develop where they don't know the difference between mother and wife. They don't know the difference between sister and wife. Okay. And they used to rape, everyone. And there is no balance in the society. Then, the associate of Krishna came in the form of Muhammad. So what is the principle he mentioned? The principle he mentioned, if he tells, hey, you get up in the Brahma Muhurta and bathe and chant Hare Krishna, they can't do it. That is too high for them. Then that's why, according to their stage, according to their consciousness, very basic principles. At least, don't rape your mother, don't rape your sister. That is not, the case. Yeah, like very, very basic principles he established. That is how the Islam, the religion of Islam, evolved, in that way. So the chaos happened in Kali Yuga. It happened actually, after Dwapara Yuga. So it happened. But at the same time, there is a dharmic principles, and majority of the people follow Vedas, and dharmo rakshata rakshitaha. So that is why this world is still like this, means it is because of the dharma following by some people. Understand? That is what exactly Krishna mentioned here. Exactly Krishna mentioned the same. Creating unwanted population. Cause of creating unwanted population. Now also you can see. As Kali Yuga is moving forward, it will degrade. Isn't it? There is no marriage system. You can say now live-in relations. Slowly people are getting attracted to this live-in relation. They live as long as they like. And if there is any difference, okay, since there is no marriage, break up. Yeah. The mother will go, if they have a child, either mother or father will, again, we can't, share the child, take with them. Yeah. And again, he will live with some other lady. He will get, another one, step brothers, step sisters. This is all chaos, unwanted. In the name of freedom, they do it. So that's why Vedic marriage system is very, very strong. Our marriage system is very, very strong. It protects us. It protects our future generation. It protects dharma, the marriage system. Yeah, it is there. Unfortunately, this freedom, all these things, the chaos, as Kali Yuga is progressing, it happens more and more. That is why, we should protect dharma by following spiritual life. Okay. So that is what Krishna is saying here. So, and in 25, as the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. Again, Krishna is repeating the same. Okay. Ignorant people, okay. Sincere people are there, but they are ignorant. They have no knowledge. They do prescribed duties by attaching result. So that's why learned scholars, means devotees, jnanis, okay, if they do prescribed duty without attachment, then these ignorant people will learn from them and follow the right path. Understand? So very beautifully, Krishna is explaining, why one should follow dharma, why one should follow the prescribed duties. Yeah, very straight, instruction. There is no dilemma at all. And in 25, as the ignorant perform, I think we already read it. And 26, so as not to disrupt the minds of ignorant men attached to the fruitive results of prescribed duties, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Okay. Sometimes ignorant people, okay, as we discussed before, they do prescribed duty by attaching the result. But if a self-realized soul or if a known person, don't attach. Don't, attach is not possible. Okay, no, you are not supposed to attach to the result. Okay, while teaching, while training, okay, learned person should not induce them to stop work. Instead of attaching to the result, better you don't do the prescribed duty. No, don't tell like that. Okay. Attention to detail. You have to perform prescribed duty, but make sure you don't attach to the result. Okay, this should be the instruction. There is no discount given. If I say, no, Prabhuji, it is not possible. Okay, better I don't do it. Again, it is not possible, isn't it? So that's why the training also should be perfect. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities. Understand? Example, I will give a simple example. Okay. As we already discussed, prasadam. Okay. I am fond of food. Yeah. So I work, I earn, I buy stuff and I eat because I am fond of food. No, you are not supposed to, eat as you like. Can someone say, don't eat in that case? Like cease action. It is not possible, isn't it? Stop work, cease action. It is not possible. Then what should we say? Fine, you are fond of food. Yes, you cook, but you offer to Krishna, then you eat it. Understand? So, whatever I like, you do it, but you offer to Krishna. Then the question comes, okay, can I offer to Krishna everything? No. Krishna likes certain things. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. So, don't cook meat and offer to Krishna. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. These things you cook, you offer to Krishna. And you eat. Understand? So this is the spirit of devotion. This is the spirit of devotion. That is what Krishna is explaining. By working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities. Understand? This is the spirit of devotion. Okay. So very important point is that's why if we develop love on Krishna, then we can do anything for Krishna. See, if you like someone, okay, you will sacrifice for that person. If the person doesn't like something, then you will sacrifice because you like him. Isn't it? A boy likes a girl, girl likes a boy. Okay. Then the girl puts a condition. Okay, you are loving me. Okay, I will marry you. But I don't like smoking. Okay, then I will stop smoking. The boy says. Genuine love, I am saying. Okay? Not lust. I am not talking about lust. Okay, the genuine love for the sake of boy, girl sacrifice, for the sake of girl, boy sacrifice, isn't it? In the same way, if we develop the genuine love for Krishna we can sacrifice anything. For Krishna, we can sacrifice alcohol, meat, because Krishna doesn't like. Understand? So that is the spirit of devotion. Okay, so don't stop working. Okay, you work, but in the spirit of devotion. That is what Krishna is explaining in 26. And in 27, the spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. Okay, so from here onwards, we will discuss in our next session. Okay, I hope you understood. We summarized third chapter up to 26 verses, and we will continue in the next session 27 onwards next Monday. Okay, so I hope you understood today whatever we discussed. If you have any questions, please make a note, and we can discuss later. So thank you very much. If all devotees, if you switch on your video, first we will take your darshan. Thank you, Sapan Prabhu. Wonderful, very nice to see you. And Amrita Prabhu, can you? Thank you, Shankar Prabhu. Amrita Prabhu, can we see you?
Yes, sure. Okay.
Yes, sure. Okay.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. You are always looks as like a sage from Naimisaranya with a beard and all. Only difference is you have the spectacles. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so we will take the darshan of deities and then we will come.
Radha Vinod Prabhu?
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
have a very quick question. Bhavani is also listening with me.
Yeah.
She has a question on how to offer prasadam to the God. Meaning, we know, to tell you in very practical terms, we generally offer prasadam every day in the morning when we do Deeparajna in the form of Kalakanda, or if it's a special day, we do exclusively for the deity.
Okay,
That's one way with which we are taking blessings of the God. But in normal every day-to-day life, where your menu is South Indian breakfast menu, or so what would you recommend? You recommend cooking exclusively for the God, a small portion, or offer the same thing what you eat? What is the?
Okay, I will tell you. So once the deity darshan is over, rest of the devotees you can disconnect, and Prabhuji, Satish Prabhu, you stay online. I will explain you.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you.
Gaurnitai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Sri Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda. Yes, Sapan Prabhu, you also, if you want to know, you can stay. If you know the process of offering all, then you can leave. Sapan Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I will stay back.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so thank you very much, all devotees. We will meet again Monday evening, next Monday evening, 8 o'clock.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Satish Prabhu, you stay.
Hare
Satish.
Krishna.
Sapan.